Oh, you're back on the first point. Okay.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
So I think you'll just be getting these. And that's the Sea Yang Culture, Night Train, and Snowfield. So do you have a gold Starscream?
I don't.
Or a
It looks like a good figure all the way to like feet to midsection, and then if we go over to the arms, it's just the chest and head looks. This one looks. It's so cute. It's
Bobby would buy it in a heartbeat if it's if it's an exclusive to the Chosen Prime. Maybe if they're feeling happy, we've got a Bug Bite repaint, um, or Tap Out even. If at that price point, I'd expect you to put in a mini comic.
Hey, welcome back, BVC fans. As always, I am Bobby the Bot,
And I'm James the Con.
and we're back for the first part of the week with another round of news. But before we jump into that, let's give a shout out to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, where you can buy multiple figures and multiple pre orders and get all your plastic fix in there. Also, want to give a shout out to our members. Really appreciate the support. And to our subscribers, thank you, because without you, we would not have started this channel or kept it going, at least for that matter. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into the news.
Yeah, so just so everybody knows, I went ahead and decided to switch things up because I'm not at home. So we're going to do third party first and then go into Hasbro. So let me know if you like this format better and we could do it, or if you wanted to flip flop back and forth, we can do that too. So the first thing is TFCon has Toronto, has some new people going. We got Stan Bush and Andrew Griffith. So both of those are really cool. Stan Bush, I know a lot of people are excited to get that vinyl that you can see right there signed. I think it just came out too. They re-released it, which is pretty cool. Andrew Griffith, I don't really have much information on, but or knowledge of. Let me say it that way. But that's cool that his fans can get things signed by him.
Yeah, that's really cool. I actually missed out on getting Stan Bush's signature in LA. Then again, I didn't really go up and look for it. But I think if he comes to Baltimore, I may do it. I actually want to get the album and just hear it again. That was a good album.
You could always just stream it. I think that would be the more, you know, economical way to do it.
It would be, but if I decide to get it signed, then it would be good to have it.
Yes, definitely. Next, we have some concerning, let me put it that way. I was trying to think of the right word. News from CBR. So the producer behind Transformers, Rise of the Beasts, and Madam Web, and I think he's also doing Transformers 1, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Yep.
He's saying that he doesn't understand why people love the Transformers movie so much. It's such a bummer or downer. And I'm like, that's
Um,
why it was so good. It started. Did he even watch the whole movie, or did he just watch the first 10 minutes and then turn it off?
well, I mean, he said it was dark, and you know, it's so disappointing to hear this because he's been involved with the latest movies that have been coming out, um, which probably goes to explain why they've not been as good or they've been a downer. Let me just be frank. Your movies have been a downer. Madam Web sucked. Okay. I'm so glad I didn't pay. Matter of fact, I watched it at home and I want the cable company to refund me some money for putting that on my cable channel. How about that? And matter of fact, I need Samsung to give me some money for allowing you to put it on my TV so I can watch it. Matter of fact, you just suck. How about that? You're a downer. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, don't personally attack nobody, but
But
like
no,
for me, I didn't watch Madam
it's
Web because I'm a very big fan of Spider-Man, and I'm like, that doesn't look like what I want to watch it. Either which way, we're not here to talk about that. I think that that's a little. It makes more sense now, and it's concerning because dark movies usually have a brighter ending than movies that aren't dark. It lightens the darkness more. So I don't understand what he's saying. A few more things with Transformers 1. They couldn't use Peter Cullen because they wanted a youthful voice. And the producer was pumped for how funny Chris Hemsworth can be. I don't associate Chris Hemsworth with comedy, but maybe I'm, different.
Well, I mean, he's had like when he played Fat Thor, for instance, in the
Some of
Marvel.
those were good, but still, I didn't see that shining through. He wasn't like a Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool.
Right, he's not a
You know what I
comedian.
mean?
Yeah, he's not a comedian. But you know what? I mean, you know, I was sorry, not sorry. I I definitely don't want to attack him. I just think that it's it's a glaring hole now that he admits that.
Oh, you're back on the first point. Okay.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. But
Keep going.
what I mean by that, because it's carrying over to the other movies. So in this new movie, okay, you're looking at Chris Hemsworth and his sense of humor or his ability to deliver, I guess, the comedy lines. If this movie's terrible, we'll kind of relay it to you because you thought this. Or let me change that. If Chris Hemsworth's Optimus Prime is terrible, we will literally blame you for it because you were the one who said, "Oh, this is he was a good catch for this role and things." So it's just looking bad all the way around.
Yeah. Please let us know in the comments if Chris Hemsworth did any voice acting before this movie. I don't know.
I don't know why I'm thinking
And
yes.
I'm curious. They also said CBR announced all this that Chris Hemsworth will be a role in the GI Joe movie, but he will not be Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
So, which could work. I could see him being, let's just say, Duke more than Optimus Prime personally, but time will
I
tell.
like I like Chris Hemsworth actually, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. So again, I'm not picking on his choice and him being in the movies. It's just that comment and then the quality of movies you put out. It's just like maybe you should do some dark
Especially
movies.
Madam Web.
Yeah, Madam Web was dark, like probably went in the negative of gaining money.
All
So,
right, let's get a little bit more positive and talk about what's just announced. I think you're going to be picking these up.
oh,
You skipped out on Takara's, so I think you'll just be getting these. And that's the Sea Yang Culture Night Train and Snowfield. So the train bot Getsui and the Yukikaze color
mm,
prototypes. I think you're going to really like how these look, and you're going to pick them up. And you really liked their Metroplex as well.
mm. I like to think that I might be picking these up.
That's what I thought. Even though you have an MP scale, so that gets chucked out the window, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, so the reason I'm actually good point. The reason I'm looking at picking these up is because I've picked up or I'm picking up the Leo Kaiser. No, yeah,
Yeah, Leo Kaiser.
yeah.
Do
I was just
these
like, wait,
are they both from Victory?
I think so,
I
or
don't think so. But either which way,
no,
those will look good. There will still be
yeah,
Japanese
they're Japanese. That's what I'm thinking.
cartoons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think these are from Victory, and the other ones are from whatever.
these are from Headmaster. No, no, I know
No,
Leo Kaiser's from Victory. I
and
know
these are
that.
from Headmasters.
I think so.
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments how wrong both of us are.
yeah. I actually think these are from Headmasters. But anyway, it's six bots. There we go.
And here's their alt modes, which actually look really nice. And their combined mode also looks good. It's kind of crazy how different the Takara ones came out with.
That's a good word right there.
I
How
was trying to
different.
be nice because these are so, you know, perfect while the other ones aren't.
Yeah, yeah. I saw a video on the transformation of these, and it's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I think I'll be picking these up depending on the price, but it's probably going to be somewhere comfortable to pick up.
Yeah, I think these will, especially with their Metroplex price. I think that you'll like
Yeah.
these will be okay. Well, now that you're going to be picking these up, I think you're going to be picking these next ones up too. Doctor Wu Seekers. I think these are bought for you as well, especially now that the Megatron's coming out.
Ooh. Yeah.
Not, I don't think you'd buy these by themselves, but I think you definitely need to get these. You saw that picture at the end.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
You sure?
Positive.
Because these look really nice.
They do, but I don't need them.
What
I
about
have
these guys?
so many.
Do you have a gold Starscream?
I don't.
Or a dead Starscream?
I do have one of those.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Just,
well, do you have Ghost or Dead?
I have Ghost.
Okay, well, you don't have a Dead one because the next slide shows the Ghost one.
I'll have to think about it.
And here, like I said, is the transparent one, Starfear through. And I think they're just selling the Coronation set for people that didn't or that already have these figures, the original releases, which is really cool that they're doing that. Yeah.
Oh, I wish Hasbro
Gonna get all
did
six,
that.
huh?
No. But I wish Hasbro did that. Like, if there was, a set that came out and you didn't really want the whole set, you could just pick up whatever else you wanted from it. Like when they do their not repaints, but their re-releases, like with Soundwave, for instance, if it's, coming with Buzzsaw, I just want Buzzsaw.
Just pick up Buzzsaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, if Hasbro released this Throne set by itself, I probably would have picked it up.
Yeah.
I know they made one for like a KO version, but I didn't pick that up. I just had a really cool thought. They should have had this be a modulator that transformed the Throne. That would have been pretty cool, honestly.
That would have been super tiny.
That wouldn't have been, not this. I'm talking about Hasbro's version.
Oh, okay.
This would be way too tiny.
That's
Hasbro's. I don't know. My mind's going everywhere. Funby Studios showed off that their roller for their Target Prime, which we will talk about a little bit later, is going to be a shopping cart, and I think this is perfect.
I want this.
No, right? If they made the shopping cart, like Hasbro actually put it in there, I probably would have picked up the set just for that.
That's so cute. I think that's so cute.
Well, you have to go get a 3D printer.
Oh, gosh, I know. I need one.
Well, let's move into something that I know nothing about. So Transformers and Overwatch 2 are having a collaboration.
Yeah, I have no idea about this. I saw somewhere that I guess the insignia transformed or something like that. Let us know in the comments if you're up on this. I'm not up on it at all.
Me neither. And it'll be released on July 9th. So look forward to that.
Coming up soon.
And this is all for you. We know you love the blockies. You probably got 20 of them already in your cart at least. And we got they're calling this the classic class. It makes me feel so old. Transformers Movie 1, Optimus and Megatron.
It's not gonna
they look good for what they are. They don't look super deformed like the other ones, but they look good for what they are.
Yeah, to all the movie collectors, more power to you on these. They're not my cup of energon. And honestly, if these would have came out first, I probably would not have had any interest in blockies.
Yeah, I think these might be the only ones they're doing. Personally, I've always liked that Megatron design, and it looks really good here. I'm not as Megatron, just as a super robot design, so I like it. And lastly, we have Robeson. They have emailed, I think, the bot asking what color scheme he prefers. So maybe we're going to get a redeco. My only question is, what is the difference between black and blue and black? Does black mean Nemesis and blue and black is Diaclone / Chosen Prime?
That's what I thought of as Chosen Prime.
Yeah. So we'll see. I do not see yellow on here for Piss Magnets, though, and I'm kind of disappointed.
And I don't see purple for Shattered Glass.
Or
Toxitron.
Green for Toxitron. Are you going to be picking up a repainted Prime?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Even if it's Nemesis or Toxitron or something.
Toxitron, you wouldn't?
No. For that price, I would commission Get Right Robot to paint masterpiece scale custom that I would prefer more to have than this.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Honestly.
I won't. I think
And it
I'd
doesn't
be
stay up in robot mode. Sorry to cut you off.
no
The thought just ran through my head. The fact that it doesn't stand up in robot mode would also kill me because it's a one-trick pony type of thing. So if I was to put it up in my shelf, it would fall down.
or he just crouch.
Oh, that's right. He does that like weird crouch thing. Yeah.
He just becomes one with the universe. But I'm wondering also. I'm gonna assume that it would be in the elite size as well because they
That's the
didn't.
smaller one, right?
Yes, because they didn't mention flagship here.
And they already did gold, didn't they?
They did a gold.
Like there was like 5 of them or something
Yeah,
like that, right?
special. Yeah,
That would
so
really make me mad if I won that. they come out,
golden wing.
they
Well,
come out with it again.
I'd be okay if I won it. I mean, I've had it and I didn't pay for it, so I don't care
Well,
what
but
color.
that's like if you get a lucky draw and then it gets re-released everywhere.
As long as I didn't have to pay for it, I'd be
Okay,
perfectly fine.
I get you. All right, well, let's get into some updates that are a little dumber than what we just looked at, and that's unique toys. Anything to say about this that you haven't already?
You know, it's crazy. Like, since if I'm going like from the bottom up, it looks like a good figure until I get to the head.
Yeah.
Even though I don't like movie styled figures, like just starting from the bottom and actually going up, it looks fine. And then I get to the head and actually the chest too, because the chest looks like he has 4 eyes. You know the way the lights are.
I see it, yeah.
And the bottom ones look mean, and the top eyes look look happy. But it looks like a good figure all the way to like feet to midsection, and then if we go over to the arms, it's just the chest and head looks dumb.
I think this thing actually looks good for what it is. Not my cup of energon. I wouldn't plan on getting it. But they did show it off next to the Human Alliance skids. I think I don't remember which one skids and Mudflap. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. But I did want to say this kind of shows how far ahead the designers were back in the day for these Human Alliance figures because they look like they go well together, and one's like a masterpiece scale figure. You can tell it's a little cheaper here and there, but honestly, it's not that bad.
True.
When you compare them together. Not saying that you want either of the figures.
Honestly, I saw them in alt mode and they look good in alt mode as well. Mm-hmm. But I think again, they hit it out of the park with the design of the figure. I'm just not a fan of the way the character looks. So
are you talking about the green one or the orange one?
Both of them.
The green one is from like 2012, and that's a Human Alliance Hasbro one.
Yeah. No, I mean it's still fine. I'm just saying it's still a movie character. Like I mean,
oh, yeah. I'm just why I put this in there is to say how far some of the Hasbro figures have fallen since then.
Oh, well, see, I wasn't gonna go there.
Let's go on to happier stuff. So this SD Predaking from Laser Cat Toys, Mini Furosity, looks so good. This is probably the thing I'm most excited for because there's not really much coming out that I'm like jumping at the gills for. But this thing actually looks like it's going to be a great little figure. I know you're probably going to get 2 or 3 of them because you love the Legends figures.
I thought you were going to say the Predaking repaints or something like that.
You do. Well, if they release a black repaint or a gold repaint, you're going to be picking this up as well.
Honestly, I'm not going to deny or confirm that. I am picking this one up. This one looks it's so cute. It looks really good. I think, and this is the first time I paid attention to them, but the rhino and the bull, the rhino head on his leg, it looks a little
soft.
Yeah,
it doesn't look. Hopefully that sculpt is more hard. Hard is a bad one, but it's more defined. There we go. In the original one, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I can't really tell from the angle of the bull. But yeah, the rhino just doesn't look menacing or doesn't look.
They might not be going for that though.
But even look at the lion head on his
Oh, I see
chest. I
what
mean,
I see what you're
it still
saying.
looks
Yeah.
it still looks like, menacing. It looks like a lion head. The rhino looks like it could be a plush toy. Um, so I don't know. I mean, again, it still looks good. I'm getting it no matter either way, but I just hope that once it's in color and there's some detail to it, it looks a little bit more menacing.
I think with the red eyes, that'll change your opinion.
Yeah, could be.
Next, we've got Fans Hobbies MB21 The Fleet. This thing again looks really good. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I saw a couple of videos on this, and there's lots of gimmicks on this, which
So the
I really
gimmicks are all the same as on the original toy. I know you probably don't know that. Like with the gun swiveling and the missiles coming out, it's all the same.
right. I remember some of it. Like I have a tidal wave, I just haven't messed with it in 15 years, I guess. Um, but actually, no, I messed with it 3 years ago when I set up in my new house. But anyway, I like the gimmicks. I like the I like that it comes with two mini cons. I do want to see it in like full deco because it does look real plain right now, which is expected, but it still looks good. It looks really good still.
Yeah, I completely agree on all those aspects. I love all the gimmicks, like you said. That's something that Hasbro should have put in somewhere because this thing was chock full of gimmicks, you know. And
Right.
I don't think it has any gimmicks besides the little ships coming off. But you know, take that or leave it. I love that it comes with too many cons. A figure that this big should. I'm gonna have to fight every urge not to buy this color and the next color as well. I think I'll be okay, but I think I forgot who said it. I think it was the Titan. I could be wrong. Excuse me if I am. They called this one Tsunami with these colors,
Mhm.
and that won't stop playing in my head. And I think this looks really good. I can't wait to see more. Um, who knows? And you know what I'm also very excited about is to see what exclusives they can make out of this.
Oh,
I
potentially.
don't think it would happen, but I'm just going to throw it out there. A Magmatron colored one because it's 3 pieces. There you go. Bobby would buy it in a heartbeat if it's if it's an exclusive to the Chosen Prime.
You just made me have gas or something like that. That's
You
what
know
my
you pick it
facial
up.
expression looked like. No, this is fine here in this color. Let's not go crazy.
I just want to
I
see you buy it.
Yeah, this. I mean, I'm the crazy thing is, what's the Jetfire? I was just like, we haven't seen anything from Fans Hopping in a while. I forgot about Jetfire,
Yeah,
but
I don't blame you.
I'm just waiting for this to come out. I mean, it's been
A
talked about
long
for so
time.
long, you know.
Honestly, I think they delayed it because of Hasbro's. They don't want to get in any trouble.
I guess. I mean,
You know, like with the Unicron and all that stuff that happened. So
them. I mean, it's not like Hasbro probably doesn't know that they're coming out with this.
who knows? Conspiracy theory land. Hasbro could have helped them make this.
Too
um,
bad too bad Fans Hobby didn't help Hasbro make theirs.
correct. Next, we've got the Skybound Compendium Volume 1. They officially announced it. This is going to collect issues 1 through 44 of the original 80s Transformers comics and Headmasters 1 through 4. And it'll be in comic book shops April 9th, 2025.
So far away.
Yeah.
So far away.
This is really cool.
It
I
is.
think it's like $60, somewhere around there. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess what's and being that Skybound is involved with it, I've been reading their comics lately, and I actually need to go pick up a couple.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not quite caught up yet, but I'm liking where things are going. So I
yeah.
think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next, we've got 3-0's MDLX Jazz. They showed this off from the back, I guess, to tease the colors. It looks fine. Not my cup of Energon, but, it's okay.
It looks highly stylized, but it looks good.
It doesn't look like it transforms besides having a few things, but that's what they're going for. Let us know if you collect these below and if you're going to be picking this up.
It does look good. I think it looks good. The back,
I just wish it had more car details. Like, I don't like that the wings are like pointed because like cars' doors aren't pointed. You know what I mean? But I understand what they're going for.
yeah, it's definitely more stylized. But yeah, it looks like his, and again, it could be this angle, but it looks like his top half is short. His torso and back, it looks short, and his legs look really long.
I think that's very anime proportions.
Okay, then. But again, it looks very good. If I had the money, the extra money, I'd probably grab this.
Just do it. You got nothing to lose.
Money.
You'll probably be picking this up too. We've got Marco Clonus showed off pictures of the Generation Selects GoBot package. Disclaimer, that pink gun is a prototype, so you will not be getting that if you pick this up. I think they should have went with it because it looks pretty cool. But it'll be silver, I guess, in the original or in the real release. The only interesting thing that I got out of it was that there's going to be a GoBot logo on the box. So we talked about these quite a bit. Anything else you have to say about these?
I'm still on the fence. I still haven't put a pre-order in on these yet.
Yeah, I'm not. So
I'm uncertain.
Yeah, I only want treads, and he's not worth buying the other two. So next we got more Bumblebee images. I thought this was pretty cool, showing them next to their G1 counterparts.
I don't know if I hadn't really paid attention or what, but his legs are like super skinny, and I guess being next to the G1, I can see that the G1s are super skinny as well, but they're like long and super skinny, and his midsection is like pretty skinny as well. So it's okay. It's kind of going down for me.
Yeah, I think the Prime definitely looks better.
Yeah.
And here's some more images. I thought it was interesting. They gave him a courage of 10 because I always thought he was running away from everybody. But, I guess that's the new Bumblebee. And I do like the stickers they gave him on the back bumper, though. So that's why I put that picture in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the courage of 10 really threw me off. And these pictures are via jaysbrickblog.com.
I swear, I've been covering my face more on this episode than I think. I'm just like, what? Courage of 10?
He's as courageous as Optimus Prime? You sure about that?
Yeah. Again, if they made him a Camaro and had that, Bumblebee thing going on, I would get it. This G1 Bumblebee, nah.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that. Next, we have an interview with Takara Tomy designer Koji Nono. So it was pretty interesting. I scanned through it. So pretty much he joined in 1980. And then when Hasbro actually joined, he felt uneasy about working with them, which I thought was funny. And there was more in there. We got a pic of him with Genrai. So yeah, go read it if you have a chance. It was interesting.
I'm looking at the Genrai, and it looks like he has blue brass knuckles on.
It's more like fingerless gloves. I could see from this angle, but it's more like fingerless gloves. I always like that about that Prime, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, from here it just looks like he has brass knuckles on, but
that would be cool too. Knuckle dusters. Calling them the wrong thing, Bobby. Next, we got images of Cybertron Hotshot via Andy on Weibo. And these pictures look pretty good.
They do.
Yeah.
And I cannot get that.
And the fact that it looks good in some pictures and decent in other pictures is concerning, but I do think this looks fine. I just wish the elbows were in a better spot.
That's what I was just about to say. Since you pointed that out, that's all I see now.
I'm
Where my
sorry.
eyes go, I'm just like,
I'm
oh,
poisoning you.
yes.
I know you're going to be picking this up, though. We got the 86 Bumblebee, some new pictures via Eng96 on Weibo. This looks pretty good. I'm not a big fan of how like the forearms go from really thin at the joint to like thick. I get it's for posability, but like it just looks a little funky. But I think he looks good. I'll wait for hopefully a glyph repaint. Maybe if they're feeling happy, we've got a bug bite repaint, or tap out even, or cliff jumper. If they just come out with cliff jumper, which is going to come out, I'd probably pick that up as well.
I was like, I guess we're gonna just have to.
I was
wait.
thinking of ones I really want. I already have a cliff jumper that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. I think it looks good. I will be picking this up, and it's it is what it is. It's not bad. It's growing on me actually. It's getting better looking the longer we wait for it to come out.
Or it's getting better looking with fans getting it in hand and taking pictures of it. Because that seems to happen a lot recently.
That's true.
Next, we got No Trab showing Party Wall Up, which I still don't really understand that name. But it looks pretty cool, I've got to say. Even though if I wanted a transformable TMNT thing, I would save my money and get the other one, the Heat Boys one, which we will be talking about in a little bit. So keep your thoughts on that. But here are all of the ninjas themselves. I know you're about $300 deep on these before discounts. I think you should just go cancel all those and get the third. Not, I guess it's a third party, but it's official, the Heat Boys version, because that looks a lot better than this. I mean, it's also a lot more money, but you know, I'd get that versus 6 of these, like you plan on doing.
How do you know I'm not going to do both?
Oh my god!
I actually saw a video today. Toys Easy is doing doing a version of the party bus.
You did not put that in the notes.
I know. I just saw it, and I will add it so we can
talk about that next week.
So yeah, and it was a whole transformation video of it, and it actually looked pretty good.
Yeah. So we'll see. I guess there's a lot of these coming out, but I could understand if somebody wants to just get one of them, they would pick this one up. Just one.
Yeah.
And what's cool about this is you can get all the ninjas.
That's the part that I was thinking that, and maybe it's from an episode or maybe it's from the comic. I don't know, but they picked Leonardo, and I like that's not my favorite Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo is.
Well, he's the poster boy. So mine has always been Donatello, just because he has purple. So let us know in the comments who your favorite turtle is. Well, I mean, if we're doing all turtles, I'd probably pick Slash.
Of course.
But that's not one of the main 4. So let us know in the comments below, and we'll continue this party wagon train actually in a little bit. So stay tuned for that.
Uh-oh.
Next, we've got the United Cybertron Universe Vector Prime. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of them. And I wanted to say how cool this blue plastic was that they did. The glittery blue plastic. That's why I have like this up close. They did a good job with that. I think it looks interesting. And this figure, again, looks better in hand with fans. Mm-hmm. But that alt mode looks like they literally half tried. It's painted up until the middle, and there's nothing in the back.
It definitely looks like they ran out of paint.
They ran out of budget, right, for the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it looks fine in bot mode with it because it's the legs, and there's paint on the feet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in alt mode, it's like they forgot to do it.
Lunch break.
Oh crap! Let's just submit it in.
Yeah,
Ran out
yeah.
of time. So, are you going to be picking this up?
I think so.
I thought you were going to pick it up.
I think I am. Think yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Okay. Well, you'll have to
It'll
let me
probably
know.
be like my Hasbro figure of the month or something like that.
Well, let us know how it is. Next, we've got the Legacy United
Uh,
G1 Universe Optimus. So they showed a transformation video. The transformation seemed fine, but this thing looked a Legends class in that guy's hands. I don't know if it's just a big guy with big hands, which totally could be, but it looked really, really tiny.
it does, and it's the hands transform differently than
They
the
do.
um, missing link. So that's the one thing I noticed in particular. I think it's a decent figure. Um, I'm happy that it's something new,
Yeah.
and that gives me hope that for the studio series it will be something new.
Well, we'll have to see. Unless all their budget went into this.
They just make it a bigger version. Oh, that would be so
Same thing.
terrible.
I think this is actually really cool that people can, you know, experience a G1 style Prime that maybe don't have the money to buy a Missing Link. Um, it just looks really small. And I've said this on the show before. I'm worried about how small these things are getting. I also don't like the big crotch flap, but I get for this figure, it makes sense.
Yeah.
For this figure, it does not, though. We've got the Titan class Universe Tidal Wave, and these are via Ing 96 on Weibo again. I think this looks really good. Personally, maybe it's because I'm biased. I think this is one of the best looking Titans just with proportions. It looks the most proportionally accurate Titan compared to some of the other ones that came out. Um, I just don't think it's worth $200.
Well, I think it should be proportional since it is three separate things that plug in together to, you know.
Well, it doesn't have to parts form. It could transform without taking anything off.
What I'm saying is that each piece has a role, so they had to tune it, not cartoon it, but tune the transformation or tune the parts so they can be subparts of its alt modes. Whereas the other Titans are just one piece, and they have to.
I mean, I think this looks better than Omega Supreme. That's the same thing. He looks more, he doesn't have big old trunkers and stuff.
Well, yeah, I will disagree here. I think even with Omega Supreme, I mean, you're also having two pieces that come together and form a missile. But
at the
that
same time,
missile, that rocket was humongous.
at the same time, this is one piece. They didn't have to make them separate, and it would transform just fine.
Right.
So I guess it's like if you took Fortress Maximus and just split them in half, and it would be the same thing.
Well, I think, but when you say proportionate, I guess I understood the Omega Supreme. I think the Scorponok was fine. I think the Fortress Maximus was fine.
Maybe because this guy isn't as blocky, I like it better.
Okay,
I'm saying that's all opinion. I'm not
okay.
saying that objective. I just think this one actually looks like a. Some of the other ones are so blocky, like you can't even really pose them out, But I think this one actually looks good. I just hate the crotch flap on this. And for that price, I might as well get Fans Hobbies.
I mean, you were going to do that anyway.
Well, I mean, with the purple color. If I wanted the purple color, I might as well get Fans Hobbies and not Hasbro's.
Yeah, I still have not put a pre-order in on this, so I think I'm out. I think they did some really cool things with this, though. I like how they have the mini version to connect with Megatron. I like how there's a mini version just to kind of, and it's actually sitting on the dock there. I like that look, so you can display it in bot mode, and then have that little piece in the alt mode. So I think that's really cool. Um, this is growing on me, but like you said, I think I would rather spend the money for this on the fans hobby version. The 200 price point is just too much for me on this,
Yeah, and it doesn't come with a mini con.
and it doesn't come
I
with a.
mean, and taking the joke of me not buying things without the mini cons out of the picture, if at that price point, I'd expect you to put in a mini con that you would sell in store for $6 or $7 into this.
Yeah.
I would rather don't do all these mini boats and put the mini con in. I don't. I mean, I never liked the combination with Megatron to begin with, but yeah. But the paints and stuff look good on this. We'll probably both get it when it comes out for $100 on Amazon, and a month or two after it gets released.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it looks fine. I also think that with the Titans going from 150 to 200, and it going down in size and missing out on some things. Again, I like that they added this smaller piece to connect with Megatron, because I was like, how are they going to make this big thing connect with Megatron? That's going to look stupid, but they hit it out the park with that.
So you're saying you like the combination and it doesn't look stupid already?
Oh, that looks horrible. I've always hated that as well.
Lastly, they put a picture of the Adamas Machina AMT-01 Rodimus. Nothing really new. I know you'll be picking this up.
I do have a pre-order in for this.
I'll wait until interesting colors come out.
It looks cool. I think so far. I still want to see it fully colored and in hand, or at least some better shots of it instead of the grayscale.
I mean, I think we already saw these pictures. I don't think this is a new picture. I could be wrong, but it looks just like the other pictures. So let's get into what's incoming. And this is the Heat Boys TMNT Leonardo. Is this the one you said was Toys Easy's?
You know what? It's funny because yeah, they said
so. This is not Toys Easy's. This is Heat Boys.
Yeah,
this is officially licensed by TMNT.
I understand, because that's the one I have a pre-order in for.
Okay.
Toys Easy has
another one.
Has a video, and I can actually. Since we didn't put it up, I was going to show it on screen here, if I can. Oh, I'm sorry, not Toys Easy, Touch Toys.
Touch Toys. Okay, that's a different story.
Yes. So and
I think that's this one.
Yeah.
That's this one, Bobby.
Yeah, well, I mean, and if you see right here, it says Touch Toys.
Okay, well, this is Heat Boys.
Yeah, so that's what.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah,
but,
that's what.
This should be coming out soon. It's already in stock on some. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so either which way, I think this thing looks great. Hopefully, they'll come out with all of the turtles, so they'll get your money 4 times. Yeah, if I was to get a TMNT one, I would just buy this, honestly. I love that the kibble turns into an actual shell on his back. I really like those guns. Doesn't make sense for TMNT, but those guns are really cool. The transformation, I watched the same video you did not look crazy. It looked involved, but it didn't look too bad. And I like that it's a mech. I like that you get a little Leonardo that can go in his chest. I just think that makes more sense for TMNT than versus having a Transformer.
I completely agree. Like, if the Transformers were going to make a crossover with Turtles, I can see Donatello creating some, huge mech to fight against, Starscream or, whatever. And then on top of that, I really do. It reminds me of like the Hulkbuster and Iron Man. So it looks cool. I like it. I have a pre-order in. I wonder if this one is like a knockoff, or
It's licensed by Nickelodeon, who I think
oh,
owns TMNT.
so
So
yeah, that's
it's
real weird that the video came out under that instead of Heat Boys, unless they're one and the same or something like that. I don't know. I'm not
I think
100.
it's third party, but it's in the way third party actually works, where it's a third party officially making things, not Transformers third party.
Yeah,
So, but anyways, I think this looks really cool. I can't
pre-orders
wait.
in.
Can't wait to see it in your collection and how it just completely blows the other one out of the water.
Yeah, maybe I'll cancel some of my orders.
I would not blame you. You have 6 of them in. Let's talk about what's recently released. The first thing is RPO2. So Genesis Toys showed off that Fans Toys is issuing a statement to video yourself opening this figure to make sure it has all of the parts, because people are reporting that Nightbat is missing.
I would be very upset if that was the case.
Me too. I saw some people that said they bought this just for that cassette, so they could have all of them. And
I'd be
then,
so upset.
yeah. So if you did get this, make sure you, and you didn't already, videotape yourself opening it so you can prove, I guess, that Nightbat is missing.
That's what I'll be doing.
Next, we've got Star Toys Blitzwing, the better colored version, as I'm going to call it. It's in stock. I think the colors were one of the reasons why I disliked this so much, because in these colors it actually looks really good. I'm still not a big fan of how like squished the thighs are in. You see, like they don't. It doesn't like go with. It has like a diaper. Um, but I think this looks really good.
This is a great figure. So I do wish they came out with this color first so I could have that. I am not going to buy this repaint.
Yeah, well, who knows if you'll have another Blitzwing in your collection soon.
Oh, come on.
Next, Magic Square's MSO2EX Light of Peace, the 2.0 version. Looks like it's been released. So if you missed out on this, go pick it up. I really like this mold. I don't have this one. I'm just waiting on a Tfcon to finally come out.
There's a lot of them.
Well, no, there's only 3. Yeah. There's Optimus 2.0. Well, there's 4. Ultra Magnus and SG.
There's Dead Prime too.
No, that's a little one. That's a Legends figure. Do you have that one?
I cannot admit or deny.
Okay, so you have that one. Okay, so they're doing all the wrong colors for me. When did that come out? It's not on online. Either which way, they're doing boring colors. So go pick them up if you need
it. You sound a little upset there.
Well, I would want to talk to Tron. Next, we've got officially licensed socks. These are only $10, and these are via Rook Bartley on TFW. At Walmart.
And they're at Walmart.
Yes, at Walmart. Yeah.
You can get some?
$10 is a bit much for 6 pairs of socks.
That's less than $2 a pair of socks.
Yeah, I go to DD's discounts, and I get 20 pairs for $7.99. Just being honest.
Are those even socks? I mean, do they last? You'll be running around like Fred Flintstone pretty soon.
No, they last. They last. But yeah, I just don't. I don't like any of these designs that much. I like the Megatron one, but that's about it.
And they have the Autobot Decepticon sign.
Those aren't bad, but I wouldn't want any Autobots on it. Don't want B. Don't want Prime. Don't want one that just says Autobot, and definitely don't want one with B's and Prime's head all over it.
That's funny.
You gonna be picking these up though?
If I see them, and the spirit moves me, I might pick them up just to wear around the house or something like that.
Now, the one I might get, though, are the Godzilla Cup of Noodle ones. That's pretty funny. I'd be more inclined to get that than these Transformer ones.
That's funny.
Lastly, I don't know which picture this is because they didn't specify, but the TFW user Gold Change, Brian Thornton, and Roy's the Best saw the Target Optimus Prime and Bullseye at US retail. I really like this package. I like this art. I don't know who did this art, but I really like it. And hopefully we'll get a TV show with this type of art in it. I think that would be pretty good.
I wouldn't like that, but I like the package. I have a pre-order in. I'm just like, come on, where's my pre-order in at? So then I could work on wishing for the 3D printed shopping cart to go with it.
You should go get one of those. Go
It
get the
looks good
3D
though.
printer and make it. Yeah, I do. I really like this packaging. I think it's one of the better ones they've done.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I'll pick it up when it goes on sale.
Maybe I will too.
All right. Well, that's everything we have for you today. Bobby, what should they do?
If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out. Click that like button. Again, helps us out. If you're not a member, we have a members only live coming up really soon. And so check out the member tiers and join if you can. Make sure you share the video. And I think if I miss anything, just do all that YouTube stuff. That really helps people's channels out. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. And we will talk to you in the next one.
As always, till all debates are won.
Okay, cool.